there, guys. So this week, even though I've been really, really busy, I managed to find time to take a cup and put it over my mouth and talk like Bane to pretty much everyone I know. And literally it's like,
Bruce Wayne, you thought you could defeat the League of Shadows. I am Gotham's reckoning.
It's too much fun! I physically can't stop. I'll just go around, and every time I get a cup, I'm like,
You have my permission to die.
I can't stop.
It's a thing I just keep doing.
Everyone I know is annoyed by it, but
I want to talk like this forever.
'Cause you're Bane! Okay, so a lot really did happen this week, and even though I'm sure I ruined it all with my horrible Bane voice, I did a lot. Like, a lot. I filmed a review of Sleeping Dogs this week that will go up on the TGS main channel. That was really fun. It was my first time, well, actually, second time working with a teleprompter. The first was during one of the many times I've met Felicia Day. Story time, Felicia Day and I have met more times than I can even count. She still doesn't remember who I am. Meanwhile, Kevin Pollak, an actor, like a famous actor who I met once for 30 seconds, I saw him the other day and he literally goes, Jesse? Jesse Cox? Felicia Day! Why don't you love me? So, yeah, that was interesting. But it was a reminder because I met them both at the exact same event. That was in January. So, Felicia Day, you're my arch nemesis. I'm calling you out. You're on the list, Felicia. You're on the list of people who one day I will get to love me. And now I'm a stalker. By the way, remind me never to do one of these again before I take a shower because my hair is like a Maury guest. It's like, I do what I want. You don't control me. Also, I did 2 episodes of Iron Gamer this week. One, I did hilariously bad. And the other, I'm not going to say I won, but I won. And you'll just have to see those. They're really funny. Both of them are sweet gems of comedy gold. Wait. I'm not sure what metaphor I was going for there, but I figured gems and gold are in the same, like, combine them. Jemmy Gold. Jemmy Gold sounds like the name of a stripper. And finally, on the news front, for those of you who are still concerned about the Civ 4 video and wondering, like, where is that thing, dude? You promised it a week ago. My RAM is broken. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think I have some faulty memory. I cannot explain it to you. I really don't know. But I have 32 gigs in there. It only registers 20-some, which is not good. And Adobe Premiere, to run stuff and do stuff in 1080p, requires a lot of memory. And even if I do in 720, like, I don't know what's wrong. It just keeps crashing. So I bought some new memory. It's being sent to me. The minute it's put in, I will get back to work on that. And we will get that video out to you. And the world will be a happy, wondrous place. Okay, so I kind of had to cut there because I got a text message that was like, Jesse, go to this Kickstarter link and check this out. This was made for you. So immediately I'm thinking it's something wacky and crazy. And I was not let down. It turns out that, I'm trying to read it here. This is a Kickstarter project. I will put the link in the description below. This is a Kickstarter project for, and I quote, to pay for a voice actor to do a cat motivational tape. A motivational tape for cats. The following is one example of why this is the most awesome thing ever. This is actually from what is going to go in this tape. When people see you, they'll want to run their hands over your coat. You will feel like silk. People will rub your tummy. You'll purr and arch your back whenever people touch you. They're going to call you nice things. They're going to say that you're beautiful because you are beautiful. All cats are beautiful. I want to be a part of this so badly. Anyway, I think it's time to do our thing and go to the hat and find some questions. Question the first. This is from, this says 15 different people. So I guess just a bunch of people wrote this in, unless this is a person's name, 15 different people. In which case, very confusing. Greetings, Space Butterfly. Space Butterfly. I just wanted to ask if you've ever played pen and paper RPGs. Do you still play? And if you do, what are your characters? First off, I do not play right now. Have I played in the past? Yes. Did I play seriously? Not really. The one time I played seriously, I had a character that I named, this is the impetus, the inception of Fujimura Pantsu. He was an old school monk, long beard, like, a Fujimura Pantsu. I apologize to everyone of Asian descent, by the way. And, that was my character. He was a monk, he was a badass, and he fell in a hole and got killed by rats. And I never played as him again. I guess, like, every once in a while, I'll be somewhere where there's a lot of people who want to play, and I'll be like, sure, I'll play. But I never really take it seriously, and I never, like, keep a character. I don't know why. I just, maybe I'm just really lazy. I honestly don't know. I've never gotten into it. I mean, I guess I could, but I've never had friends who are really into it. So do I now? Not really. Would I in the future? I mean, if I had friends that I wanted to play with who I knew would take it seriously and keep going, because that's one of the biggest problems, let's be honest. A lot of people who do D&D stuff, the reason why they don't is because it will start and then just never continue. And if I get involved, I want to, like, you know, have it be a weekly thing. Yeah, I could do it. I think it would be fun to see, fun to record, like live stream it. That'd be fun, but I don't know who would watch that. Question the second. This is from Whitney, Lord of Pandas. Panda Lord. That, guess, was my panda. Greetings, Great Space Butterfly. Great Space Butterfly. I just wanted to simply ask, when you do videos that have a webcam, such as your Slender video, how do you record? A friend and I are doing some videos just for fun. We know it's hard to get money on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you realize that, because it is. And we wanted to record from our webcam on it. Like you do you do it through Fraps, a webcam, or some other program in order to keep the audio synced with the video? Thanks for the help, smiley face. Well, here's the deal. If you want to have your picture in another picture, you're going to have to use a program like XSplit. I'm sure there are other ways, but that's the simplest one that I know of. XSplit, you can get it for free, but if you pay like $20, $40, I'm not sure what it is, you can get the like complete version, and it'll give you all the updates for free and all that stuff. But what you can do is you can take, like, imagine this screen, boop, boop, you can shrink it down into the corner, like over there, like there, and then you can play a game, and then you can layer it. So what it does is it allows you to layer, and then you can record straight to your desktop, and it saves it as a H.264, which is perfect. That's like the thing YouTube changes everything over to anyway. It's a movie file. It's an MP4, maybe. It's a MOV, one of those. It doesn't matter. Needless to say, it saves that, and then you can just upload that video. If you want to edit it, you can edit it. It's pretty great. If you're live streaming and you do the whole, like, thing in the corner, and then you have a game or whatever, it saves it as an FLV, and those are a little more hard to edit because most things don't edit those. But if you can find something that will, or that will change it to a MP4 or an AVI or whatever, you can use that, and it'll save you a ton of time, and it looks really cool, and people love that face cam stuff, especially in horror games. It's all, the kids love it. It's all the rage. So, XSplit. And I know you're probably like, well, can you give us like a tutorial? Trust me, it's really easy. It's not nearly as hard as you think. It literally, you like select camera and your picture appears, and you can move it on the screen like you would move the size of any window frame in anything you do. It's really, really easy. And then you can layer it, and so if you know how to like move, order stuff, so it'd be like game screen is 1 and my face is 2, so the game screen's like in the background, or I guess it'd be reverse, but you know what I mean. You order it, right? It's really simple. XSplit, I think that's what most people use. I would say that's a safe bet. And finally, question the third. This is from Paulo Monte. Hey Jesse, are you into comics, and do you have any favorites? Well, am I into comics now? I don't avidly collect them. I don't run out to like grab them. I know what comics exist. I know general storylines, but I'm not like, I need to have an issue, because really at this point, my comics for me were sort of like stories, escapism, trying to, like, you know, basically entertainment. But now most of my entertainment comes from gaming stuff, and when I'm not gaming, I just want to decompress and not think about a damn thing. So, it's been a while. I think the last comic I bought was 2005-ish. So yeah. I used to be real big into Batman, Superman, X-Men, all the different versions of the freaking X-Men. Oh, Spider-Man. I liked Spider-Man, but I loved Venom and Carnage. Loved them. Actually, I really liked Carnage. Even though he's a horribly written one-dimensional character, for some reason he was kind of awesome. And, and I loved the Black Cat. For obvious reasons. Iron Man, Thor, the general ones that everyone reads, I'm pretty sure I followed up on. Like, those are the ones that everyone read, so you read them too. I mean, that was just it. But I also was really into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, which were kind of gritty and not at all like the cartoon. I have one somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I think it's in a box. Like, I have a box of comics downstairs, and it's just stuff that wasn't given away by my parents in the Great Purge. I went to college and they cleared out my room and gave everything away to Goodwill. So like all my awesome action figures and stuff, gone. Comics, gone. But there was one box that they didn't find. And so I have a bunch of like old comics in there. And there's some crazy stuff in there. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic, because it takes place in like Japan and it's in black and white and it's really violent. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay, so I found the box, but didn't find that comic. However, I found a bunch of others that I was like, I didn't know I had these. Hold on. I found this, which is kind of freaking awesome. It's a Vagrant Story comic book from like the game Vagrant Story. For those of you who don't know, Vagrant Story is like one of my top 5 favorite games. The gameplay's kind of junky, but the story is so good. And this was awesome. Also, it's by a defunct comic book company called Eruptor. Do they still exist? Because the back is great. It's like comics, cartoons, comics, and curves. This is YouTube before YouTube existed. And then I found something that is totally awesome, but I only have 1 issue of it. And it says there are 4, so I'm not sure what happened. They were probably purged. Check this out. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back Infinities. I guess this is a series Dark Horse did that I bought. It takes place, I guess this came out right before either the first or second new Star Wars movie. And, yeah. Basically, the plot of this is the what-ifs of Star Wars, which is kind of awesome, especially for like a history nerd who loves like the what-ifs of real life. So this was really cool. In this series, I guess in the Empire Strikes Back one, Luke dies on Hoth, and so Leia and Han are left to lead the rebellion, and Leia ditches the rebellion to go join Yoda to become the new Jedi apprentice and take on Darth Vader. Meanwhile, Han is left to lead the rebellion forces. And in the best part, Lando Calrissian is actually a really, really cool guy, and Boba Fett shows up without his helmet on, so you get to see that whole storyline. But then at the end, they blow up Cloud City, and Lando dies. It's craziness. And now I'm like, I need to get the rest of these. I don't know where they're at, but I have to find them to see what happens. And I guess they did it for all the old series. It's totally cool. But yeah, really, I'm not that big into comics anymore, but I still do have one favorite comic artist, J. Scott Campbell. For some reason, I love his artwork. He is amazing. And I was at Comic-Con this year for like 2 hours, but I managed to find him and get him to sign something for me, and so I framed it. It just got back from the frame shop, but like there, see it? It's pretty awesome. And he draws women in a way that real women don't exist, but I don't even care. And he signed it. He was like, "To Jesse, stay dangerous." So that's kind of great. I really like all his artwork. He does Spider-Man really well. He does like a lot of comics. He does a lot of covers. I'm not sure what comics he's done recently, but when I was younger, he did a lot of comics, like Gen 13 and Danger Girl and Spider-Man. He did all those, but he is really popular for just his cover artwork. He's really good at it. He's definitely one of my favorites, but Jim Lee, all those guys, I love them. There's a lot of other really good artists that I follow for a long time, so yeah. Do I have a lot of comics? I think I counted, I have like 13 that I found. 13 out of what could have been 100. And they're all just random. So, maybe one day, if I ever have the time and energy to reinvigorate my youth and become a comic book nerd again, I'll try. But no, thankfully, movies and TV and video games bring me comic storylines in a way where I don't have to read. Education. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you especially for your patience with the Civ 4 video and for really liking the Political Machine 2012. I was unaware so many people love that. I even got a message from my mom who was like, "That was a really good video, Jesse." That's my mom's voice. So yeah, thank you guys. You're the bestest in the world. And we will continue with the Q&A next week. And as always, to be continued. Advertise like shameless whores.
Daniel Bryan.